Hello and welcome back to Age 40 Years. My name is Greg and today we're going to be doing another tasting. Now, I was expecting most of what I taste to be bourbon, but we got a little bit of a special one today. So I was able to last year get a Jack Daniel's 10 year and a Jack Daniel's 12 year. So if you'd like to see me try the 12 as well, I'll be happy to do it. Typically I don't buy, well, I shouldn't say that. I used to not buy a lot of Jack Daniel's product. I just thought it was Old Number 7. Didn't really know that it had a whole lot to offer. Well, I started getting into the barrel proof ones, including the rye, which has become so popular, but also thankfully has been readily available. Also got into the special releases when you can find them. I was very fortunate last year to be able to get a Coy Hill, which also happy to try on here and do a tasting. But, I thought it'd be great to try the 10 year, given that there's a lot of great 10 year product out there. Again, this is a Tennessee whiskey. It's not a bourbon. So I wanted to try something a little different. This is batch 3 that I have. It's Jack Daniel's 10-year-old Tennessee whiskey. Awesome. I love this design. It is a 48.5% alcohol by volume, 97 proof product. Again, mine is batch 3. Here's the label if you'd like to see it. Hopefully you can see that all right. Couple things I'd also like to point out that I don't like about this release. 700 milliliter. I gotta be honest, I'm not a big 700 milliliter fan. I don't think that, Jack is doing a lot of it. I don't particularly care for it. I think it's a little deceiving. It seems like they make the bottles heavier, thicker glass. But if you pay attention, at least you'll know. But for those of you who are searching these, keep in mind, 700 milliliters. So you're 50 milliliters less. The other company doing the same thing, but taking their prices to crazy numbers is Woodford. They got that double oak out right now. I'm taking a pause on some of those for the price point. This one, I got this one right around $85. I feel like for the, you hear the whole price per year deal of 10 years per or $10 per year. I think that's fair. That's why bottles like Eagle Rare tend to be such a good value, is that they're, you're getting a 10-year product for $40 or maybe somewhere around there. And but then you look at other stuff that's maybe like a 7 or an 8 year that you're paying over $100 for. I think while it's not the guiding light on how much to pay for a bottle of bourbon, I do think it is a good way to at least understand, is the age I'm getting, the time that's being put into this, translating to the bottle that I'm drinking. So excited to do this one. I mentioned now that I didn't used to buy Jack, but now I have a whole bunch of them. In fact, if I look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I was just talking to Tina today at Clyde Spirits. Shout out to her and Chuck and Scott and the team there. Great people, take great care of me. I was just talking to her and telling her, we were talking about the 14 that's supposed to come out this year. I'm gonna hang on to the 10 and 12 in hopes that I can do a 3 whiskey sample. But that's gonna require finding a 14. So we'll see if that happens, hopefully. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the nose. Well, it's hard to argue that this is not Jack Daniel's. It smells like the barrel strength without the heat, but with more age, just a little bit more refined, a little bit richer. You got your rich caramels, I'd say richer caramels on the nose than what I'm used to in a Jack product. What's missing to me is you don't get, on the nose of a Jack product, I don't typically get a lot of the banana that you typically, the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof or barrel strength, single barrel strength, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. The gold label, that's not the rye. That one is like heavy banana to me. In fact, that was at the time when I bought that bottle, it was my most expensive bottle I'd ever bought. And it was just heavy banana. And in this, 10 years, that is an awesome nose. So, it is caramely. It's definitely vanilla. I think you get the oak from the extra time in the barrel. which is a great thing. In this case, they do a great job of showcasing that and not making it overly oaky. But I think it's a great nose. It's similar Jack Daniels, but it's also got its own uniqueness to it. So with that, let's go ahead and try it on the palate. Okay, yeah, yep. I think I say that a lot. I think I say okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. uh, on the palate, that's a really good sip. That's I mean, you get the caramels in there. I do get some of the banana now, not as much though as you do in some of the other products, but you get a little bit of that banana flavor. It's real caramely. Um, it's more oaky. I mean, quite frankly, it's more oaky than what I would get in a normal Jack Daniel's product. It also is extremely smooth. That extra age really helps smooth that out. So, they talk about aging it through 10 summers in Tennessee heat, making it worth the wait. I think they're onto something here. Personally, I like it quite a bit. Now the finish of this bad boy, I think you get a little bit of rye spice in there. It's pretty good. The finish is good. It's got a nice hug. I can feel it right now still. The hug's good for being a 97 proof product. I think that's, I mean, from start to finish, from nose to finish, that's pretty good. It does get a little bit more on the finish. You get, I think, a little bit more of the leathery, kind of that leather. I don't know. I don't know if that's a unique Jack Daniel's thing, but I think it's nice. I like it on the back end. It adds a little complexity to it. It changes and evolves over time. I think I will certainly be looking for the 10-year, or golly, I'll certainly be looking for the 14-year this year because, like I mentioned earlier, I have the 12. I want to do a comparison of the 3, but look, if you can only find the 10, my suggestion for this is I know the 12's good. I've had it. I own it, so it's open. I don't leave my bourbon sitting closed on the shelf, except for that Heaven Hill Grain to Glass right there. Another product that's a 700 mil. Probably my next tasting. Just recently got that from Clyde's as well. But the 12 is like this, but even more complex. But for the price on this, man, I'd pay that all day for it. If I could find it, I'd pay it all day. So I'm definitely gonna keep enjoying it. I think nose, palate, finish, everything about it is great. I think it's got a unique flavor to it. It is your classic Jack Daniel's while also being new and different in its own right. So with that, if you can find one, grab one. Or just a reminder to please drink responsibly, and cheers.